One of the things that I think is most important in growing a business, having a great life, is being tenacious. Some people have accused me of having that as a middle name. But I would say if there was one skill that has led me to greater success than any other, it's probably my tenacity. A great example is the deal that I did with Richard Branson and Virgin America. When I first got involved with that deal, I didn't know it at the time, but Branson had already decided that he would not move his new airline to California for a variety of reasons, the political climate, taxes, things like that. So he had already made a definite decision. We were only included in the mix because we were leveraged to be used against the other cities. And so I kept calling, trying to talk to them, get information, talk about making a pitch, what they wanted, and they wouldn't return my calls. And I kept saying, I feel like the schoolgirl who can't get the cute boy to notice her. I don't think I ever called and asked what the math homework was, but there were times when it got really close to that. And I kept calling and I kept calling, and this was supposed to be a 30-day project. And 30 days went by and I still hadn't made any progress. And so finally I called them and I said, I'm coming to New York. I'll be there on November 17th. I'm bringing my team. What do you want to know? And the silence at the other end of the phone was somewhat deafening. And finally he said, well, okay, let me check and I'll call you back. Here's the important part of that. A lot of people, salespeople, if they don't make the sale or get interest after the second call, they give up. If I had given up and not made, and I must have made probably 20 or more phone calls that went nowhere, if I hadn't stuck to it, that deal never would have happened. Ultimately, we won that deal that never should have happened, $300 million in annual returns, so $300 million in increased revenue for my clients at the time. It never would have happened if I hadn't been tenacious. And so one of the things that I think is most important to being successful is don't take no for an answer. And if you're ignored, so what? Just keep calling.
Deborah Bringleson is best known for negotiating the deal between Sir Richard Branson and Arnold Schwarzenegger with annual returns of $300 million, for which she received the Steel of the Year award.